Today, I thought we'd do something a little different. In previous videos, we've worked through aspects of compositional technique, but today I thought it might be interesting to hear from someone who has been through the process of writing an HSC composition and has done it so successfully that his composition was performed at the Encore concert. And here he is. I'd like to introduce Tom Collins. So Tom, you do realise this is not your first appearance on Composition with Brendan Collins, don't you?
Yes. I knew when you got me to record that blues melody, there was a fair chance I might end up in one of your videos.
Who'd have thought? So, let's go back to 2013. You were a Year 12 student preparing 2 compositions for your HSC.
That's right. I composed a core and elective composition that year.
Okay. And one of those concerts was selected for performance at Encore?
Actually, both compositions were nominated, and it was the elective composition Tango Brass that was performed.
Terrific. So tell us how you went about composing Tango Brass. How did you start?
To be honest, I have composed very few pieces of music. I am a trumpet player first and foremost, so when composing, I played to my strengths.
Your strengths. So what are your strengths?
I am a trumpet player, so I made the trumpet the featured instrument. I've also played a lot of brass ensemble music.
Yeah.
So I scored the work for a 10-piece brass ensemble.
Okay. That's excellent advice. And how about the style? How did you compose a tango?
Well, I didn't really set out to compose a tango. It sort of just happened as the process developed.
Well, so let's go back to the start of the process. You set out to write a brass ensemble piece. How did you create your material?
Well, I remember just playing around on the piano one day,
Mm-hmm.
and after many unsuccessful attempts, I stumbled across a chord progression that I really liked.
So the chords came first?
That's right.
And what about that soaring opening trumpet theme? How did you come up with that one?
Well, again, it's the same sort of thing. Kind of just happened by chance.
Yeah.
I played the progression over and over, and after a while, the melody just kind of came out as it did.
Well, just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you established a main theme, which again is played on the trumpet, right? And after that, you passed on to the trombone.
Yeah, a little bit of thematic development.
Aha.
I embellished the theme on the second playing as well.
All right, okay. You know, it's interesting because I often have students do all sorts of complicated things to develop their material, and really just a simple change of instrument and maybe a tweak here and there, and that's enough to provide enough to some contrast.
Yeah, exactly. Simple is good.
And what about the tonality of the piece? Did you use any special tricks?
Well, minor keys are really good for tangos.
Yeah.
So I chose D minor.
Uh-huh.
However, I did include a whole tone scale, but that's about as exotic as I got.
Well, don't be shy. What do you think is the best feature of your composition? What are you the most proud of?
Well, I think it has to be the ending. I really like how it came together.
Mm.
I had two main themes, and in the final section, I was able to merge those two ideas together.
So the structure was important. It allowed you to develop your material in a sophisticated way.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you've composed the piece. What about the recording? Do you think it's important to produce a really good quality recording?
Definitely. It was recorded by someone with a good home studio,
Mm.
and I recorded all the three trumpet parts myself. I also had a trombonist and hornist come over,
Yep.
and they overdubbed their parts. And I MIDI'd the rest.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you used some MIDI instruments then.
Yeah. Look, I wish I hadn't, but it's kind of the way it worked out.
Yeah. So what advice would you have for students who are just starting to prepare their HSC compositions? The students all over New South Wales starting the process right now. What would you advise them to do?
Well, I'd say write to your strengths, like I did. Compose for instruments that you know, and write in a musical style that really appeals to you.
Yeah, that's great advice. So Tom, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed today. And we might finish up by playing your successful HSC composition, Tango Brass.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks again.